You're not waiting on God. You're tolerating what God never approved. That relationship you keep justifying, that confusion you keep calling love, that emotional exhaustion you keep praying away, it might not be a test, it might be a warning. Because when you settled, you don't just delay God's plan, you replace it. And most people don't even realize it until it's too late. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you will see clearly what God actually designed for your marriage and what He never did. 1. God's plan brings peace, not confusion. If your relationship is full of anxiety, mixed signals, and constant emotional chaos, something is off. 1 Corinthians 14:33. God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. God's design is consistent, stable, clear. Confusion is not romantic. It's not part of the process. It's a signal. When you're constantly questioning where you stand, when clarity feels like something you have to beg for, you are operating outside of divine alignment. God's plan doesn't leave you emotionally guessing. And here's the uncomfortable truth. If you have to keep convincing yourself it's right, it probably isn't. 2. God's plan honors you, not drains you. You were not created to feel tolerated in love. You were created to feel valued. Ephesians 5:25. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave Himself up for her. Christ's love is sacrificial, intentional, protective. So ask yourself, is this relationship building you or breaking you? God's design for marriage reflects His character, and His character does not drain, it restores. If you feel constantly depleted, ignored, or emotionally unsafe, that is not divine love. That is a misalignment you're calling patience. And patience was never meant to trap you in pain. Stay with me, because the next point exposes something many people ignore. 3. God's plan requires alignment, not potential. Stop falling in love with what someone could become. 2 Corinthians 6:14. Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. God doesn't build marriages on potential. He builds them on alignment, shared values, shared faith, shared direction. You cannot drag someone into purpose. You cannot pray someone into readiness. If their actions don't match your calling, you are not building a future, you are fighting reality. And here's the truth most people avoid. Potential is attractive, but alignment is sustainable. God's plan will never require you to carry someone who refuses to walk, but it gets deeper. 4. God's plan strengthens your faith, not weakens it. The right relationship will pull you closer to God, not distract you from Him. Matthew 6:33. Seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness. When a relationship becomes your focus instead of God, you've already stepped out of order. God's design is simple. He stays first, always. The right partner won't compete with your faith. They will reinforce it. If your spiritual life is declining, if prayer feels harder, if conviction feels quieter, you're not growing in love. You're drifting from purpose, and that drift is dangerous, because the longer you stay, the harder it becomes to leave. 5. God's plan never requires you to settle. Settling is not humility. It's fear, disguised as faith. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. God is not asking you to accept less than is best, but settling often comes from one belief: this is the best I can get, and that belief is a lie. When you settle, you say, my fear is greater than God's promise. God's plan may require waiting. It may require letting go. It may require uncomfortable obedience. But it will never require you to shrink your worth. Today, identify one area where you've been settling. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. And ask yourself honestly, is this aligned with God's design or my fear of being alone? Then act on it. Because clarity without action changes nothing. If you want more truth like this, faith-building content, subscribe now. And remember, you don't find God's plan by settling. You step into it by refusing to.